Hello plant people, it's Nora the Leca Queen. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about the Hoya Crimson Queen. That is my Hoya Crimson Queen. What is the difference between this plant and this plant? This plant is the Hoya Tricolor. Tricolor because it's got three colors. Crimson Queen. What is the difference? There is no difference. The Hoya Tricolor is the same as the Hoya Crimson Queen. Now, you know, Hoyas and their names just do all sorts of things. They're constantly changing Hoya names and they're constantly doing all sorts of things with them. And I can never keep up with what Hoya is called what, so I just call them whatever they're sold to me as. And this one was sold to me as a tricolor, this one was sold to me as a Crimson Queen, but I have since discovered that this is the same plant because A, it looks the same, and a lot of important people say that they are the same on the internet, so I believe it, and I am going to pot these two plants up together, put them on a lovely, lovely trellis, put them in a lovely pot, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So in order to do that, we're going to need a few things. This is my 14 centimeter ventilated pot. I made this pot. If you haven't seen how I do that, just click on the link above and that will take you straight to that video. We will also be requiring some Leca. This is Leca that's been soaking in CLONEX clone solution and is primed to go. We are also going to need a trellis. Now, this is a lovely, lovely trellis that I obtained from Peregrine Steel here in Australia. It looks absolutely beautiful and I think it will work really, really well with my plant. I love that brassy color. It's just going to be absolutely stunning. And of course, we need some plant Velcro ties just to attach the plant where we need it to be. So few of those and we'll get going. So I will bring you down and we will get repotting. I have my tray here. I'm going to take my plant and take it out of that Leca. So that's my pot, old pot. So it's not necessary to completely separate the roots from the Leca that it's currently attached to, so that's fine, and I'll just separate this plant from the trellis as well. So that's my plant there, put that down. Now this plant here is living in my Italian Leca, whereas this plant was living in the normal Leca. I don't want to mix those two Lecas, so I'm just going to put this Leca in a different place. So that's my plant there, and that's the roots. This is my pot. I will grab some of the Leca. So I fill about a third of the pot with Leca. I've got my trellis there just to make it easier for me. And I'll put my one plant there. I want to have one of the white bits on this side and the other one on this side. So I wonder if I can get that to work. Probably, yes, maybe. So if I do that, I can do that. Okay, that looks good. So I'll fill this pot up with Leca. make sure I do the front as well. So making sure I squeeze the pot just so that leca settles. That's my plant potted up in a 14 centimeter pot with my Italian leca. That looks really, really good. I love how that the color of that trellis bounces off the white of the leaves and the green over there. Check out those glorious pink leaves. I will tie the plant to the trellis and see what that looks like. Let's do that now. I've got my little pieces of Velcro plant tie there, and I'm going to use them. So this is one white strip. I want this white strip to go here. So this can be a bit of a fiddly exercise because I'm using plant ties. So just being very careful not to damage your delicate leaves. Oops. So I want that other white one to go on the other side. How fabulous is that? I really, really love what that looks like. If you're finding value in this video or if you're enjoying it, please don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps my channel. That's what that looks like. I know, I have an idea. Hold up. That is my Crimson Queen, my Carnosa Tricolor. Look at how fabulous it looks on its lovely brass looking trellis. And you've got the whites on this side, the whites on that side. All the vines are tied down to the trellis, and it is going to have a fabulous time living in its lovely, luxurious Italian leca. I'm going to place this in its cache pot. Not this one, obviously. This just makes it look really pretty on camera. But I'm going to put it in its normal cache pot, and it will continue receiving growth technology products. So this particular plant, I'm giving growth technology flower focus. There's a different product called flower focus, and I'm really trying to get my Hoyas to bloom. So this gives different concentrations of nutrients that allows flower formation. So this one gets flower focus, and it's going to be lovely. And hopefully the next time you see it, it's going to cover that trellis, and we might have some flowers to talk about. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.